Welcome back to the Hodgepodge channel. Today we're diving into the history of one of the most mysterious, underrated, and absolute lethal of the G.I. Joe team, Jinx. She's stealthy, skilled, and a fan favorite for anyone who loves the ninja side of the franchise. Let's open up the Joe files and uncover the story of the Blind Master's great student. Jinx's real name is Kim Arashagog. No clue how to say that. First appeared in '87, part of the fourth wave of the G.I. Joe action figures. She wasn't just another soldier. She was introduced as a full ninja commando connected to the legendary Arashaka clan. Again, you're killing me with that. The same clan that trained Snake Eyes and Storm Shadows. Cool. From the very start, her character had two defining traits: deadly martial arts skills and a calm, disciplined demeanor. She had a red G.I. Joe uniform. She was a black belt. Master unmasked variants now are out. Two swords, size. She had all kinds of things and was introduced in a movie that was a pretty big deal back then because Lady J, Scarlet, only had a few ladies in this, and here introduces another one. Jinx did debut in Marvel's G.I. Joe Real American Hero comic series, where she was formerly tied to the clan and served under Storm Shadow before becoming a G.I. Joe, working closely with Snake Eyes on stealthy missions, taking down Cobra agents in non-lethal ways, and training new recruits as part of the Ninja Ops. She was portrayed as extremely loyal, calm under pressure, and brutally effective in hand-to-hand combat. As we see this vintage G.I. Joe toy, it doesn't really hit what the movie came out with, which was the first peek we see her in animated series. Here in a second, we're going to take a combined look. All right, been talking about Jinx. I've got two of the Jinxes here. This is the new Super 7 model with O-ring, and then this is the very loose. Man, just look at the difference of the looses here between them. Masked Jinx, not masked Jinx. I do love the fact that they did this, that it was, you could stand these two next to each other, and one looks a little bit worn out, a little bit looser, but they do stand well to each other to where you have a masked versus non-masked one, which is pretty cool. Oh, got him. Leg kick. Da, 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 da. Do like the fact that this one's dragon is a little bit bigger. If you'll notice, nails are painted, nails are not painted. Does have the black, I don't know, I guess a cuff at the ankle or whatnot. This one is going to be my G.I. Joe one. I will say this for the 80s and everything else. 80s everything woman was kind of extraordinarily bigger. So bigger chested. And the one good thing they didn't do is they didn't make her have a junk in the trunk. Like, that's kind of a good thing. Does have a G.I. Joe logo right there, which is kind of cool, not on the original one. And I mean, to make this one stand, she stands right away. This was just loose. I mean, very, very loose. And a very good representation of it. However, I like this one. I like that she came with these padded things that her and Beachhead beat the crap out of each other with, and all that good stuff. But I don't know. Jinx coming in. I figured we did Big Lob. We might as well do Jinx here down the road. So I don't know. Back to the history of it. Good toys. So after looking at that, many fans only know her from the movie and the film as a rawhide coming from Sergeant Slaughter. Now, when G.I. Joe comics continued under Devil's Due and later IDW publishing, Jinx played a major role. Worked as a covert operative at high-level missions, romantically connected to Billy, the son of Cobra Commander. Yeah, that's a thing. She became a full master of the ninja arts, and she fights alongside Snake Eyes during other missions, which is a pretty cool thing. Now, Jinx later appears in Retaliations. Fans later know Elektra in the Marvel movie series, which is kind of cool. Elodia, I think is how you say her name, Young. So ties in there. Her mission with Snake Eyes was to capture Storm Shadow, the incredible mountain climbing sword battle. You can go watch the movie and kind of get into that. Jinx is one of the most important characters in the G.I. Joe universe because, A, she's a woman. It's great to see a woman and have a just a badass in that case. And Jinx is nothing but a badass. That's going to wrap up this history of Jinx. There's more on the table, but go look up and go see some more stuff. If you really want to dive into her, dive into the comics, because she's truly awesome there. Give us a like, give us a thumbs up. Hope you've enjoyed this, and we can't wait to see you in the next one. Peace out, home skillets.